friends, and welcome to the last day of our 4-day marketing masterclass. I'm so happy you're here, and thank you for being with me all week. It's been a lot of fun. So, today I want to talk to you about marketing solutions, and in particular, what I've created so that photographers can be successful with the work and the words part of their marketing strategy. But first, before we dive into that, let's just quickly recap what we learned so far because it's been a lot. So, on day one, you learned that marketing is a fancy word for communication, and that as photographers, we communicate with our work and our words. Best of all, though, you identified whether the root of your issues and your marketing struggles is with your work or with your words. And let's just take a minute to celebrate that. That moment of clarity is a massive win. So, congratulations. Then on day two, we talked about traditional marketing versus modern marketing. I explained why that old school marketing funnel really needs to be retired. And I shared a modern client centered approach to marketing that is way easier, way more effective, and honestly, way more fun. Then, yesterday on day three, we switched gears a little and talked about mindset. And you learned all about the negativity bias and how it's that built in survival mechanism that makes your brain focus on everything that could possibly go wrong instead of all the things that may go right. So now you know when you hear that voice in your head saying things like, oh, this will never work for me, that is just your brain trying to keep you from taking a perceived risk. And your negative thoughts and your fears aren't true. All right. Negativity bias exists to keep us safe. But in the modern world, it really just ends up keeping us stuck and in cycles of self sabotage. And we don't want that for you. We want you to move forward and learn new things and to have grand adventures in your business. So that is why today I'm focusing on solutions because I want those things for you too. Now, I wrote my first photography class, The Missing Link. It's my signature lighting course. And I wrote that way back in 2013. That is the class that launched me into the world of photography education. Now, I'm a passionate photographer, but I'm also a trained and certified teacher. So, getting the opportunity to teach photography to other photographers was really, really exciting to me. And honestly, it still is. I love it. It's one of my favorite parts about my job. Now, I had taught in classrooms before. I taught in classrooms for years, but I was new to the world of photography education and the photography education industry. So I kind of just followed the lead of others in the space and did what everyone else was doing. So I made a series of classes on specific topics. I had technical classes, right? I started with lighting, but then I also made it posing class. And then I had business classes and specifically a marketing class. So I was keeping everything very siloed. And that's kind of like what we do in this industry. And they were all great classes. Everything I feel really proud about everything I wrote in every single one of those. But I did start to notice that there was a big problem going on, especially in my marketing class. You see, even though that class was really, really good, I still think it's like one of the best classes I ever wrote. My students learned exactly what I wanted them to do. It was very clear, it was very straightforward. But what I started noticing is that a lot of the students still continued to struggle, even when they were doing all the things I told them to do. And as an educator, that really, really bothered me. I'm not interested in just selling classes. I really want my students to succeed. And that meant when I started seeing that happening in that program, that I needed to rethink everything I was doing. So I closed the class, even though it was a bestseller, and I spent some time figuring out what was going on. And in the process, I discovered what the mistake was. You see, the norm in the photography education industry is that instructors teach specialized targeted skills inside a siloed class, right? So if you have a lighting class, you're teaching lighting. In posing classes, you're teaching posing. In my marketing class, I was teaching the words part of marketing, right? That's exactly what I had been doing. And then you, the student, choose what skill you think you need to learn. There's all these choices. You decide what you think you're having trouble in, and then you take the class and you learn that thing. And it all sounds great in theory, and there's certainly time and place for this, but it causes some problems because when you are in charge of choosing what single topic you want to learn about, you miss out on a ton of information that you actually need, but that you just don't know that you need. So if you don't know, you don't know it. How on earth are you supposed to get help? And that's exactly what was happening inside of my marketing class. People were having trouble finding clients. So they were like, oh, I need a marketing class. So they signed up for my marketing class. When in reality, they needed help with the work side of their business. And I wasn't teaching that inside of that class. And that is exactly why I now teach photographers how to identify where they need help. Do you need help with your work or do you need help with your words? And congratulations, because you learned that this week. And it really is such valuable information to have. Now, the other problem with the current photography education paradigm is that there is no to very little opportunity for feedback within classes. So, how it works is most of the time you sign up for a class, you watch a video, you try it out on your own, and that's it, right? You have no way of knowing if you're doing the new skill correctly without assessment or critique. How do you even know if you're on the right path? And the answer is you don't. Lack of feedback sets you up for failure because you never really know if you're doing it right. So you always have this little question in your head. It fans the flames of self doubt in that way. And it also feeds the negativity bias because if you need help, let's say, for example, with the work side of your marketing, and you're taking a class that is only teaching the word side of your marketing, you're not going to get good results. And then you're going to believe that marketing just doesn't work for you. And you won't take another marketing class because when the opportunity comes up, your brain, that negativity bias will be like, no, I've tried this before and marketing doesn't work for me. When in reality is marketing will absolutely work for you. Marketing always works. You just need help, in that specific example with the work side of your marketing. So sometimes it's not that the class isn't working or the subject isn't working. It's just not the right fit for you. And that happens because the way things are set up, photographers have to diagnose what they need help with and then find individual classes on those things. And again, you just don't know what you don't know. People need feedback when learning. And I know this from years of being a teacher. And after 26 years as a successful professional photographer, knowing what I know about the industry and knowing what I know about how people learn, I decided that I could provide that for the photographers I serve. And so I created a marketing program that is really unlike anything else currently offered in the photography space. And I'm so excited to share it with you. So, that program is, of course, the Sandra Cohn certification program. Now, Sandra Cohn certification is not just another online class. I want to make this crystal clear. It is a professional certification program that teaches photographers everything they need to know to master both the work and the words part of their marketing strategy, while also providing one on one mentoring, feedback and constructive critique, group coaching, and access to both online learning and in person training. So, inside the program, members are going to get all the things. So, you're going to get detailed technical trainings for the work side of your marketing. We dive deep into lighting, both natural and artificial. We look at posing, we look at session flow, and most importantly, we look at portfolio curation so that you are assured that your work is consistent, your artistic voice is strong, and your portfolio is positioned to be profitable because we market with our work just as much as our words, and we need to make sure we are always putting our best foot forward. So we go deep into that in the technical trainings. And then from there, we dive into the words part of marketing and learn all about brand building and website design, SEO, social media, pricing, sales, all the things using a modern marketing approach. Now, members get one on one feedback, mentoring, and portfolio reviews with me. You also get monthly group coaching calls. We actually do those twice a month, and they're fantastic. You get access to our members only Facebook group and the option to participate in monthly photo contests, which I think are really fun. As on top of all that, you also get an invitation to our annual members only in person retreat. And let me tell you, these retreats are so much fun and so helpful and have already caught the eye of some of the leading brands in the industry. So that means that you, as a member, get exclusive sales to products and support from our sponsors. And our sponsors include brands like B&H, Miller's, Westcott Lighting, just to name a few. Best of all, friends, that in-person retreat, your first in-person retreat is included with the price of membership. So you get to go to this amazing 3-day retreat for free. Now, once you've completed the coursework, you have the opportunity to apply for certification. And I want to be really clear here. So, when I'm saying certification, even though the program is called Sandra Cohn Certification, I am not certifying you on whether or not your work looks like mine. I have really no interest in that. You're being certified on your knowledge so that you know that you've passed all the lessons, you've learned all the things, you've mastered the craft, and you know that you know it. So, once you get certified, though, then we have all sorts of fun goodies for you. So, first of all, you get a certification badge that you can share as proof of mastery on your website or on socials. And then you also get your name and your business listed on my international referral directory, which is great. So, this is a great way where people can find you. I can refer you easily. I get asked all the time. Actually, I just got a text the other day asking if I knew anybody in California who I could recommend. And I was like, yeah, I do, because I have certified members in California. So you get added to that directory, which is really, really helpful. You also get what I call business in a box. And this is a bonus that we give to all of our certified members that includes swipe files. So things like pre-written blog posts and social media captions. You also get pricing guides and content calendar templates and model releases, just a ton of stuff to set you up for success in your business. And as a certified member, you get the opportunity to become a certified instructor. So, what that means is our certified members have the opportunity to come back and teach at our in person retreats. And some of our certified members have even gone on to launch classes and teach at industry conferences, which is really fun and exciting to see. So, applications are now opened. And after you apply, you will be invited to set up a one on one call with me. We're going to sit down over Zoom and we're going to talk about all of the stuff we've gone over this week. I'll want to know, like, do you think that you need help with your work or do you need help with your words? I'll look at your website with you. We'll discuss whether or not this program's a good fit for you. I'll answer all your questions, all the things. We'll do that face to face. Then, once you've enrolled, you get immediate access to all of the online trainings so you can just dive right in. It is a work at your own pace course once you get into the video lessons, which is great. When you log in and you have access to all those video lessons, just go step by step. Everything is laid out for you. So you can think of it as like a marketing roadmap. You'll know exactly what to do next and next and next. And you're also going to find links to set up your one-on-one calls with me inside of that course portal and links to our coaching call calendar and all the information you need about this year's in-person retreat. Then, once you've made it through the entire program, you become a Sandra Cohn certified photographer. Now, this is Louisa. She is a certified member from North Carolina who shared that joining the program was the best investment that she has ever made in her photography business. She went on to say that Sandra is incredible at teaching her craft, which is so nice to hear, and that thanks to her, I'm finally finding my voice in this journey. Love hearing feedback like that. Also, Louisa's an incredible photographer, so definitely look her up on Instagram. Her work is beautiful. This is Marissa. She's another one of our certified members from California. And she shared that she would not be where she is in her business without this course and without this community. And here we have Susan. Susan is a part of our course community from New York, and she shared that she's finally producing work that she loves and that the certification program has been life-changing for her, which is amazing. So again, friends, applications are now open and you can find the link to apply in today's email. So go ahead, click that, set up your call for me. I cannot wait to sit down and talk to you in person and hear all about you and your business. And of course, thank you for being with me all week with the Marketing Masterclass. I really appreciate you being here and I wish you all the best.